Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Deskside Chats podcast presented by the City of Northport. My name is Madison Hyde, and I'm the Deputy Communications Manager for the city. Everyone has a story, right? In this podcast, I'll be learning the stories of our employees right here in the City of Northport. Join me as I chat with folks from all walks of life, across departments and divisions. We're building a community of unity. Get to know the staff working for you every day. Now let's lean in and chat Deskside. Boy, do we have a great interview this week. Northport Police Officer Matt Lagarce has lots of fun and interesting stories to tell. Join me as I chat with him about growing up in the Berkshires, working at a maximum security prison, his favorite bands for live music, and he even turns the tables on me and asks me a few questions. It's a good time, so let's dive in. Hey, Matt.
Hello.
Welcome. Welcome to the Deskside Chats podcast. And for all those out there, this is Officer Matt Lagarce. But we're just going to be calling him Matt today. That's what he prefers, right?
Yes, please.
For today.
Please.
Okay.
Casual.
Perfect. Super casual. So, let's start with the origin story of you, Matt. So you came from Massachusetts land.
Yes.
Okay.
A small town in Massachusetts of 5,000 people maybe.
Oh, wow.
So there's about 70 kids in my high school class.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody knew everybody. It was
Yeah,
that
I get
town. It was that town.
I get that. Okay. And it's, okay, now here's, okay, I am not from the East Coast, but I'm going to try and say, is it the Berkshires?
Berkshires. That's how I say it, but some people say Berkshires.
Oh.
So
in this, so...
I say the Berkshires.
Okay.
I say the Berkshires.
But
yes.
do people from the Berkshires say Berkshires?
Yes, the Berkshires.
They
We're from
do,
the Berkshires.
but then other people.
But other people, oh, you're from the Berkshires.
It's like Yorkshire and Yorkshire
Yes.
around here.
Yes.
People don't get it. Okay.
But apparently it's somewhat well, I didn't think it was that well known until I moved out, because I was like, it's just a small town,
Right.
And then when I moved out, everybody's like, oh, you're from the Berkshires. That's, there's a lot of history there.
I was going to say, what would it be known for?
Like James Taylor's from there. He lives in the Berkshires. He lived in my hometown.
Oh, cool.
Tanglewood is like a big music festival.
Gotcha.
It's in my hometown.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's a lot of history. Like Norman Rockwell, have you ever heard of him?
Yes, mm-hmm.
He's from there as well.
Oh, so you got some famous people.
Yeah,
tiny little town.
yeah, it's super pretty there.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, anybody gets a chance. Go.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I got to check somewhere. I've not really been to
you're
East
from
Coast a whole
Wisconsin,
lot.
right?
Uh-huh.
So it's it's small town, I'm sure, or no?
It's ish. Like 70,000.
Oh, okay. It's definitely not small. Okay, never mind. Yeah, 5,000.
Yeah, but my high school, but probably because it was a private high school, was 100 people in the graduating class. So I get the small school thing, but
So
not the small town thing.
Yeah, we have we have a couple officers that are from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That came from up there.
Oh, really?
And apparently it's super pretty though.
It is. It definitely. Yes, just the 7-month-long winters aren't so great.
Do you go back? Do you go back in the fall?
Sometimes.
That's the best time to go, right?
Yeah.
'Cause the leaves change.
I mean, a lot of people, my immediate family, all moved down here.
Okay.
So I don't really go up there as much, kind of. But I go to Milwaukee to see friends. A lot of them moved to Milwaukee.
Did you go to University of Wisconsin?
I went to. There's a lot of state school offshoots. So it's UW Milwaukee, UW Whitewater. There's all these different ones, and I went to Stevens Point. I didn't go to the Madison.
Did you major in communication?
Yeah. And I got a minor in music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you play?
I played clarinet.
Do they let you major in music
cool,
if you major in
I majored
music?
In music performance, which was gonna maybe be music education. Anyway, this podcast is not about me.
Sorry,
Matt. I'm
I was
very
just
boring.
Sorry.
No, I know. No, I love it. We can go back and forth. It's super cool. Yeah, I've been here for 8 years.
We're playing ping pong here.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm going back and forth with you all day.
I'm into it. I think it's great because I'm sure everyone's just so curious about me. They're not. So.
Wait, I have a question.
Please.
Do you remember the last time that I saw you? We were trying to film the what was it, a TikTok challenge?
It was
lip sync challenge.
It was a lip sync challenge video thing.
So where is that video?
That
allegedly it's still out there.
It's I'm sure I have the content somewhere, but I think that
how do we
died
destroy
in post.
How do we destroy that content?
I don't. It may be destroyed.
I want to know how I got nominated to do that, because I never agreed to it, and I never knew about this.
Don't turn this into a slander podcast.
No, I feel attacked actually now that I was voted to do this lip sync challenge.
I didn't do it. Listen. I don't think I have that footage anywhere. If it is somewhere, I haven't seen it.
That was at least a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I want you to know that I've held this grudge against you for several years.
Why is it a grudge against me?
You filmed it.
I was told to. And Josh was out of town.
It was your idea. Everybody knows it. That's
idea.
what I've been spreading everywhere. I'm like, it was Madison's idea.
This explains so much, everyone. Everyone just glares at me and doesn't say hi in the streets.
Yeah. This podcast is going to be better than our lip sync.
This is going to be, for sure. This is going to be like me clearing my name now. Let's get this out there.
That's actually why I came on this podcast, so I could clear my name of the
yell
lip sync. The failed lip sync challenge was not my fault.
It wasn't my fault either.
Okay.
It got back to some other powers that be, and they were like, nah, better not. Yeah.
Just like this podcast in 3 weeks. Good try. Try again.
We'll see. Hey, we've had a couple good ones. People can attest to that, I think. So okay. So your immediate family, your dad was also a cop. How long was he? Was
32 years, and then he retired, and then he came down. And he said he wanted to just be gone and disappear, and he did.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he just came down. My mom came down from Massachusetts. My brother's still in Boston though.
Okay.
So he's married, just had a baby a couple weeks ago. So yep.
So first time uncle, huh?
Yeah, second time.
Second time.
Yep, second time. So
okay.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my dad was a cop for 30 years in my hometown.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's horrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, horrible. What do you see in the Berkshires?
Well, I don't know. I think he had a long career, but it was like a stressful career because there's so much politics in a small town.
Yeah.
So that's why he was mad all the time, I think.
Okay.
He's just kind of ornery, just over it. Mm-hmm. So now I get it now that I'm a cop.
Yeah.
I get it.
Right, you see the other side.
Yeah, but I don't even have half the problems that he had because he grew up in his town that he became a cop in for 30 years.
Yeah,
so it's
to have all those connections.
Right, and you can't. How are you going to pull somebody over that,
we're in gym class or whatever, yeah.
Right. So it was just a disaster.
That makes things tough. There's some people that are at this department that are lifers from Northport, right?
Yeah,
so.
which is interesting because everybody transplants here.
Yeah.
To have a real OG of
right.
Northport.
Right, real OG. Right, and there's nothing here.
Right.
That's crazy. That's what one of the earlier cops that I spoke with said, that he'd been here since 78.
Oh my
and
God.
that they were excited when a McDonald's came.
Right.
So that's...
Yeah, well, there wasn't even
changed.
Toledo Blade. There wasn't anything. There was two guys worked the road, I think, back in the day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, times are definitely changing around here. So then was your dad part of the reason you were inspired to go into law enforcement, or was it different?
I think it was. My brother wants nothing to do with cops.
Okay.
So one of us, I think, was bound to be a cop, and I just idolized my dad growing up.
Sure.
So
yeah.
I think it just I was an explorer at our agency.
Oh, cool.
And back home, so I did that a little bit, which doesn't make you a lot of friends. Looking back, I was like, nobody wants to be friends with a kid that wants to be a cop.
To do anything around you.
Yeah, nobody wants to be friends with a kid that wants to be a cop. So yeah.
Right.
So I just, but it was fine. And then I just was bound to do it. I think destined. I don't know.
Ooh, written in the stars.
Yeah, but I started in the state prison system before I became a cop.
Okay.
And so that was kind of the transition.
So what was that like? Because I saw it was maximum security?
Yes. Yeah, there's I don't know, there's a few maximum securities in Florida. Mm-hmm. There's we have death row as well. So there's one it's called Stark. That's up in Jacksonville area. Okay. If I remember correctly. But yeah, I worked in the security housing unit. So it's anybody from 25 years to life.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm
sure you saw some
it was
weird stuff there.
It was a crazy 2 years.
I bet.
Was insane. Things that everybody's you should write a book. I'm you wouldn't believe it. You would just read it and think it was fiction. It's not. It's crazy.
Right.
It was insane.
Are there any safe to share stories?
Well, no. Interestingly enough, I guarded some pretty famous people.
Oh, okay.
So, a lot of guys that came from death row that got their sentences overturned, one of the guys I guarded, he was the youngest kid ever to be put on death row. And then the U.S. Supreme Court said that you can't do that because it's like you can't sentence a 17-year-old to death.
Right.
So he got like 6 life sentences. So like he was always, the media was always trying to come talk to him, and it was just like it was like a headache. So.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
But yeah, they're it's a different society. It's like a whole world in there.
Yeah.
There was like 2,000 inmates.
There's like hierarchies and.
Yep, a lot of gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so scary.
Yeah, and like coming from like a town of 5,000 people,
right.
like just get thrown into this job. And like,
and I'm sure like the crime rate in the Berkshires.
Yeah, no, like there wasn't a crime rate actually.
Yeah, right.
Like we didn't have any statistics to send out. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I was like a small town kid. Just my first job in Florida was at a state prison.
That will acclimate you quickly, huh?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah,
sure did.
Taught you a lot, I'm sure, in those couple of years.
Taught me not to go to prison. That's what it taught me.
That's what you just taught me not to. Yeah. No thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I would be stomped on. So anyway, I am not cut out for that. So then how did you? So first, why did you choose? Is that kind of usually the path people take? Is going from like corrections to?
I think. Well, when I tried to get into law enforcement, like it's not like nowadays where nobody wants to be a cop.
Right.
When I tried to get in, like it was a good job. People liked to do it. You know, there was like this society really like kind of, I don't know how to say it. They were happy and they were kind of on our side and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, I get what you're saying.
But nowadays it's like we can't. We were like begging people to come work for us.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of guys, they start in the jail, or if they go, like I went to the state prison, there's a difference.
Yeah.
So some guys start in the county system, and then they come out on the road. I think it's a good learning experience. Like I was kind of cocky when I first started out. Working in a prison, losing fights, like you...
Brings you back to earth.
Yeah, you get humble like really quick. So
right.
I wasn't as eager and I wasn't as gung-ho when I got out.
Right.
So...
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of guys, I think they should do it. It should be like mandatory, I think.
Do at least like have that experience first.
Yeah, like at least 1 year in the jail or 1 year in a prison system or something like that, and then come out on the road, because it's kind of dangerous when you get out and you're like gung ho and you think you can do anything, and just like you're like a wild man. So.
Exactly. Yeah, that can be.
It's a huge liability.
Right.
So
absolutely.
Everybody needs to get humbled a little bit.
Agreed. Yeah. So then, okay, and also with cops. You know, like the trouble of finding people, that probably these days is a combination of many different things. Certainly, like what you said, just the public perception with all the stuff going on, but also I'm sure like the pandemic and all these different things making it challenging for a lot of different...
Yeah, and I think like I've noticed that history kind of like repeats itself.
Yeah.
So it'll swing back around, and then something will happen where it goes back the other way. So it's like a pendulum, really.
It is.
And when I first got hired, like things in Ferguson were going on.
Sure. Yeah.
And then like all of a sudden we were like kind of liked again, and then Floyd happened, and like now we're public enemy number one again. So it's like. It's just a pendulum.
Yeah, and it's so tough with social media and stuff now too.
Yeah.
Where all this stuff just gets.
Yep.
Yeah.
But something will happen to where like again, we're liked again. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Florida's a great place to be a cop compared to other places.
Well, and like I honestly not to like, but Northport specifically. I mean,
yeah,
you guys have
a lot of support.
Lots of support. I mean, especially with me, where I have to like monitor social media. I see that stuff every day. People just randomly messaging in. Yeah. Thanks for all you do.
Yeah, no, we do have a good support system. It's a good community to work in for sure. Right. But, something will happen and it'll be back to
and that's what, like not to take it was obviously that is a real challenge for law enforcement, but that's for, a lot of different professions where it just kind of fluctuates.
I agree.
Not everybody like rides that high the whole time. Right. But I know it's definitely a lot of bigger highs or lows for law enforcement, I'm sure, compared to other things. But yeah. So now then you ended up here in Northport. How did you get to Northport?
Well, I came to Sarasota.
Oh, you came to Sarasota.
Yeah, so I live in Sarasota. And,
I see. Okay.
Like when I was trying to get hired, I was like 24, 25. had no like life experience. So they kept telling me like I didn't have any life experience. So I was just
How do you get it?
I was applying everywhere.
Yeah.
SPD, SSO, like anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And Northport just happened to give me a chance, and so.
Okay.
It worked out.
Yeah.
7 years later.
7 years. All right. And have you been on the road for that whole time?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have aspirations of going anywhere else, or do you really enjoy the road aspect?
You know what? That's a lot of people ask me that.
Yeah.
I don't. It's the road's fun. It's just fun. And if you get a good squad, if you're working for a good sergeant, it can be it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I was on nights for like the first 6 years, and I just like wouldn't leave nights because it was a blast. And then my girlfriend was like, "No, hey,
hello,
yeah, you're not gonna work nights anymore."
Right.
I was like, "No, I am."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, you're not."
Yeah.
And so, I lost
Choose.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was like, so she made me go to days. So now I have to wake up at 5 a.m. and work days, and it's like hot every day.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
So was nights more fun just because of the types of calls you
Yeah,
had?
I mean, just
fun, quote unquote.
quote unquote. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's the stuff that everybody likes to hear about. You know, like
Yeah.
the things that go on at nighttime.
Right.
You know, that's the cool stuff. It's
Yeah.
not that it doesn't happen during the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as frequent.
Yeah.
And during the day, like, you just get a different type of people that you're dealing with, which
Yes.
is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different.
Right.
It's not as fun.
It's not as fun.
And
So do you
there's-
want to go back to nights?
No,
Eventually?
no.
Now
I
you're
feel like a
out.
normal human being.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I'm like my energy's up and I feel better. But yeah, she was right. My girlfriend was right.
Okay.
She's like, you're not getting any younger. Like you're actually aging 3 times as fast. I was like, oh, okay,
We need to
sweet.
stop that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweet. So I came to days.
Okay. How's your aging been? Is it
Not
slow
great,
down?
to be honest with you. Not too good. Apparently,
Well, I see you're only 31.
31. Do you see the grays though? I wish people could. I wish this was like a Joe Rogan thing where they could see.
I know.
my
Sorry. Maybe
Zoom-
that'll start.
Zoom. Yeah.
I
What's
gotta
the budget
figure
on
out a
this thing?
setup.
Come on, we need to.
Sorry.
Get some.
Sorry. We're in the pilot phase right now.
Yeah. No, aging's not going well. To be honest with you.
Okay. Well, you're only 31. You're the same age as my little brother.
What's he do?
What?
What's he do?
He works for Universal Studios.
Love it. Tell him to come be a cop. I'll recruit him.
I don't.
No,
He's not the one.
he's not.
He's not the one. That's all I'll say. You don't want that. Nobody wants that.
No.
If they want to feel safe. So, okay. So now let's exit law enforcement world, and now we're gonna go into. So you just mentioned your girlfriend.
Yes.
You've been with her for 7 years.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. It's gonna be 7 in September.
Wow. So
Yeah.
it's basically like the length of time you've been here, almost.
Yeah,
Sort of?
She was with me for a little while when I was in the prison, I remember.
Okay.
So maybe it's longer than 7.
Yeah.
And then I got a job and she was thankful that I was out of the prison.
Sure.
Because I remember transitioning from being in the prison to being a cop and she was there
Yeah.
the whole time. So
Okay.
yeah, it's been a long time. Feels like 55 years, really.
Is that good or bad?
No, she'll tell me, she'll say the same thing. She'll
Just
say the
feels like
same thing.
forever?
Yeah, she's like, oh
Yeah.
God, I've been with him forever. Yeah.
I mean, as long as you guys are happy.
Yeah. No, this is all my gray hair
Matters,
from her. That's what
So it's not from
I say.
Zoe?
It's no, it's from work.
work. Well, that's
AKA my girlfriend.
I'm with you. I almost said I'm with you, and then I cut off because I walked right into that. Okay, so now I want to know more about your dog.
Zoe.
Yes.
What do you want to know? She's 5, and you know what? I always said that I wouldn't be that dog like dad that says his dog is the best dog, and then I find myself
Right.
like saying like this is her.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I know,
This is an
everybody
audio
can't see.
podcast,
Yeah.
but I am so that is an adorable
Yeah,
pup.
and I'm so bougie about it too. Like I walk around in the neighborhood like acting like my dog's better than everybody else's dog, and then they're like, "Oh wow, like
Right.
you're annoying. Your dog's not that great."
Well, how do you get to know? What do you do? Like prance around? How
Well,
do
so
you-
she has like a Burberry collar. Like she's prissy, you know, like
Oh
she's
my
very like
gosh.
yeah. And Megan like makes sure that she combs her every day. Like she just looks better than everybody else's
Wow, like a
dog.
show dog.
Yeah, no, she is, and she
Yeah.
acts like it too.
Right.
Like she's like,
She
yeah,
knows.
I'm better than
Yeah.
you too. Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
walking by all the dogs on the street,
and Megan and
nose
her
up in
have
the
the
air.
same personality, so it's great. Yeah, it's wonderful. They're just better than
Oh
everybody
my
else in the
God.
neighborhood.
I
But yeah,
love
I was
that.
like never gonna be that guy.
Right.
The things like you know how parents are like my kid's the best,
Yes.
and you're like your kid's not the best.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm like with my dog.
I mean, just judging from that picture, I might have to agree with you. And we had, well, it was a cat, sorry, but we had a cat named Zoe with the Y at the end, too, so that makes...
You did?
Yeah, our family did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have cats now?
No.
Do you have dogs?
No. I live alone at the moment, so this dog would be very bored.
Are you doing okay? Like, I'm concerned about you. I think I might just might bring you a dog or a cat. Yeah.
Listen, I'm at the point where, like, if I ran into one on the street, I would just make it my own.
Yeah, I think you need somebody, like something.
Well, I have a boyfriend. I have stuff to do, I guess.
It's like basically the same. It's like I have to take care of him. Yeah.
That's right.
To feed him.
Work, right?
Yeah, I have to feed him.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, we had a bunch of different animals growing up, but I don't have any at the moment. I'm also allergic to them, but I power through that.
Oh, you just taking Benadryl every day?
I got allergy shots for a couple years, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like consistently?
It's like immunotherapy, yeah.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
It's like intense. Twice a week, then once a week, then
Is it at that point, like, I'm wondering if it's worth it?
I don't know.
It's like just bright red eyes every day.
Know.
Like, no, like
hives all over my...
I really love my pet. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Oh my gosh, like my eyes are just swelling shut. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, now that I'm sad about not having a dog,
But yes, my dog is better than everybody else's dog.
Okay, everyone, write it down. Noted.
This is on record, correct?
Bookmark it, yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move on to music. Because I know you said you saw some bands recently, but so late 90s, early 2000s. I need more specifics on that.
Wow.
What type?
Okay.
Like, is there a genre of that era?
So I think it depends on my mood.
Okay.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I work out, I listen... I don't know if this is early 2000s, like Linkin Park. Is that early 2000s? Yeah, like, so like when I'm working out, it's more like Linkin Park.
Okay.
But like I don't know, I had like an emo stage when I was in high school.
Me too.
So like Good Charlotte, I listened to like
I saw them. It was my first concert.
No, really? Did you love it?
Yeah, I was in 7th grade.
Did you paint your like fingernails black and
like we were, these like frickin' Catholic school kids, like we're the coolest with our eyeliner and yeah. And then I just saw Blink-182 years ago.
I love
the
Blink.
amphitheater.
I love Blink. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's what I was. And have you ever seen No Filter?
I have not.
Oh my God.
They're going to be here on Saturday.
Somebody told me that, and I didn't believe them.
Yeah. There's a back to school bash thing.
Back to school bash.
That the Northport Young Professionals are doing. That's where the PD, FD, Benevolence are doing their dodgeball game.
Oh.
It's at that.
When is this? This is
Saturday.
What time?
It's their event. I don't know exactly. It might start. Maybe I don't know when it starts. But I know that the game is at 5, so it's at least I think it's at least 12 to 5. But I don't know if it's earlier than that. It's probably online somewhere.
And No Filter's playing during the day.
I think so.
Because they're like high energy. Like it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll find you the flyer. It's online, everybody.
It's okay. I'll DM them on Instagram.
They'll be able to help.
I'm like a groupie.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I know the lead singer, so
they'll be there.
Yeah.
They're gonna be there. So
yeah, I'm gonna be there too.
And I'll be there too for the dodgeball game.
I applied to be on this dodgeball team.
Yeah.
And apparently you had to try out, and I didn't make it. So
there were tryouts.
No, just kidding.
I would have loved to witness that.
No, I saw that email come out, and I was like, that sounds like a blast. But I'm working that day, so that's
maybe
okay.
You can stop by and listen to some music.
No, I'm definitely gonna go.
Yeah,
for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
But I love that you had a little emo phase because I went to Warped Tour. I did that whole.
And I didn't even have it was weird. I was like, I don't know. It was like this phase where I like thought the world was against me.
Oh yeah.
And I would just I didn't have a lot of friends, and I was mad, and I thought everybody was against.
That sounds very like a late elementary, early middle school style stuff.
This happened to me when I was a junior. So this was like high school. No, I'm just kidding.
Matt.
No, I was like that kid that had headphones in, just walked down the hall.
I gotcha.
Just mad to be there. Yeah.
Even though probably mostly everything's fine.
Yeah, it was not I didn't have a difficult time at all. I didn't get picked on or anything. I just was listening to my music.
That's such a teen thing
I didn't even have a backpack in high school. I didn't carry a backpack.
Oh, you're one of those cool kids.
No, I wasn't cool at all. I just listened to my music, had a pencil, failed everything, and then I was
and now here you are.
And here I am. There you go. Yeah.
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story. Study in high school.
You could just fail everything. No, don't do that. So then what's your favorite concert? Do you have like a top concert you've been to? That was a tough question to get out.
So I was supposed to go to Matchbox 20,
Oh.
but the pandemic hit. Oh. My dream concert would be like Matchbox 20 and Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh man, that's a
could
90s,
you imagine?
2000s.
Yeah, just bangers.
That'd be amazing.
Just bangers, yeah.
Super bangers.
Yeah. But no, I was supposed to go, but they canceled. So now I'm going in 2023.
Oh, okay. So you're still going.
Yeah, apparently they just
Eventually.
like credited you know. So I'm going to go
that's
there.
nice. Okay. So then do you have a concert that you've been to
Recently?
that was like a favorite? I don't know. Is there one that sticks out in your mind?
I love T.L. Jenkins. I love him. He's but he's from, I want to say he's from Tampa.
Okay.
But he goes from like all the way from like Punta Gorda. He plays at like TT's and then goes all the way back to Tampa.
I think I've seen that name.
Yeah,
locally.
so I consider that like that's just a blast every time
Awesome.
I've gone. I go all the time. I drag
cool.
my girlfriend. She's like, I've seen this guy like 40 times. I'm like, it's fun every single time.
I mean, yeah, there's worse things to be drug dragged to.
Yeah, and I see No Filter all the time too. Like,
Yeah.
they go to Venice. They go pretty much everywhere.
Are they a cover band or they have their own stuff or both?
Yeah, no, like they do. It's mostly covers.
Yeah, that's
mostly
super fun
covers,
though.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that.
Yeah, and TL's he's a drummer, but he does the singing. He does everything.
Okay.
So
cool.
he does a lot of covers too.
Well, that's nice that some of your top people are here.
I feel like I'm just here promoting them. Like,
Yeah.
this
Right.
This is a No Filter TL Jenkins
Yes.
promotion
Maybe you
podcast.
can get you some money out of
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna
Some
DM
promotion.
them.
You should.
If
You should.
I get half
You
the
absolutely
cut,
should.
half the cut from now on.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I just went to go see Bad Religion last year, and that one was really fun.
Was that in Wisconsin?
That was at the Hard Rock in Orlando.
Okay.
So that was really fun. But that's my most recent one. Lastly, talking about traveling.
Ooh.
You talked about that you want to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
That's your top place.
Yeah.
Why was that one?
So I recently decided that either Colorado or like Utah or somewhere like out west, and I don't know. I don't want to say it's because of Yellowstone, but it's like kind of because of Yellowstone. But
Okay.
I've always wanted to go to Colorado. But then when I watched Yellowstone, I was like, oh, there's super pretty places even further west.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you gone out there?
I've been to Colorado. My cousins live out there.
Where do they live?
In the mountains. They live like an hour and a half outside of Denver. They're like between Denver and Boulder, if that's a possible thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an area called Winter Park.
Okay. I was
ski resort.
I don't know. I haven't decided exactly, but I've heard like Breckenridge is cool.
Yeah, I haven't been to that. But.
See, I want to go like anywhere where I can hike. I can't ski or snowboard, which is
Okay.
weird because I grew up like up north.
You can't because you're just bad at it, or you can't because of physical
Like
injury?
I tried to do it like as a kid,
Yeah.
but then I just decided I was going to play basketball.
Okay.
And then, but Megan skis. My girlfriend skis.
Okay.
But like I'd rather just go hike and like stay in a mountain somewhere in
Right.
a cabin and just
Definitely.
Yeah, I might not even bring my phone. Like I just want to detach for.
That'd be great.
So
yeah.
that's my dream.
Not to make it about me, but to make it about me.
What's your podcast? So
Last year, true. In June, I went to Washington State. I went to Olympic National Park.
okay, so
There's a lot of beautiful hikes there.
okay, yeah. What about Oregon? Did you make it to Oregon too, or no? So
No.
just Washington?
Yeah.
That's above Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah. Like
Is that cold?
It wasn't cold. It was like 50s most of the time.
Okay. I watch a show called Tacoma FD.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I secretly love firefighters.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
love them. I have like a few good friends on the fire department.
Yeah.
But don't tell them that. But
Okay,
Tacoma,
Just between
Washington
you and
looks
I.
pretty too.
That does look pretty. Yeah, we just went to Seattle and Olympic
Does it rain all the time?
area. We got so lucky. It only rained one day.
So you went to
we were
Seattle.
there.
That Grey's Anatomy is based in
It is.
Seattle, isn't
I
it?
don't sorry people care about that show, so I didn't go see any of the exciting things that might be
No,
related
it's fine.
to it.
I'm a little bit offended. That's
Sorry.
fine though. No, it's okay. I'm on
Sorry.
season 17 of it. I'm basically a doctor, actually. Now that I'm I
MD?
love it. Yeah.
Okay.
I go to the hospital all the time.
Guys, I watch Grey's
I
Anatomy.
watch Grey's Anatomy.
Let me do this
So
open heart surgery.
push one of Epi and let's get out of here. I just
all the keywords that they
No,
know
yeah,
all
I
the
just
time.
say like a bunch of random stuff, and
Code
the nurses,
12
yeah,
and the blah blah. Yeah.
the nurses are like, "Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Like, get him out of here."
No, I'm qualified.
Yeah,
Please, nurse.
it's like people watch Cops, like, "Oh, you should," and they become amateur lawyers. And
Of course.
so now I just do it to like the nurses at the hospital, the doctors.
I
at the
love
hospital.
that.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Well, okay. I did watch Grey's Anatomy, and then when they spoiler, killed off Denny, I was annoyed, and then I stopped watching it.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a stupid plot twist.
See, yeah, like I a lot of the male characters are like super handsome, like Patrick. What is it? Is it Patrick Dempsey?
Yeah.
Yeah. When he died, I was like, oh, there's nobody's gonna watch it anymore.
Right.
I still do, but you know, Megan's like way less interested after McDreamy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See,
but she was interested up till then. Into it with you.
Like she had like a crush on him, and like there's a couple other characters she loved too. So,
R.I.P. Fake R.I.P.
Patrick Dempsey is not dead.
Everybody, to be clear, don't start online rumors. This podcast is very popular.
Leaked.
We don't know where it's gonna go.
Leaked.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm making so much sound with this. Sorry, sounds. Okay. Final 3 questions. I feel like I got the answer already.
Rapid fire.
With the TV show.
Rapid fire.
Is the answer? What's your favorite TV show?
I want Friends for sure.
Friends.
But I do love New Girl. It's a close second.
Oh, that one's a good one too.
Yeah.
I have seen that. Okay, favorite movie. If you can pick one.
If I had to pick one, I'd probably say, oh man, Couples Retreat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Deep cut.
Yeah. I'm a big, or The Breakup. Anything with Vince Vaughn, I think.
Ah. Okay,
Vince
so
Vaughn
is
just,
Wedding Crashers on your list?
like that's a classic.
Yeah,
you can't, but I hope they just don't remake it. You know how like there are all these movies they keep like making a sequel and the sequel's never as good?
Yes.
Like The Hangover should have never had a sequel.
No, definitely not.
So yeah, I love Nicholas Sparks. So kind of like The Notebook.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, like anything with Ryan Gosling too.
I haven't seen The Notebook.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Matt?
I'm not.
That's like the Titanic of our generation.
I just think it looks real cheesy.
I don't think you're qualified to do a podcast if you've never seen The Notebook.
Everyone, this is my last podcast. Matt's taking over because I haven't seen The Notebook. That's what did it.
I will now be you can't talk
of all the things.
Of all the things, yeah.
No, I talked about this with somebody else. I am bad at movies. I don't really sit down and watch movies a whole lot.
You strike me as the person that sits down for like this is probably a struggle for you. Like 15, 20 minutes is probably the longest you're
I
ever
can
sit,
thank
right?
my ADHD diagnosis for that. That's probably part of the problem.
Love it.
Okay, last question. Ice cream flavor. Favorite one?
The Tonight Dough, Ben & Jerry's. It has Jimmy Fallon on the front of it. Buy one, get
Is that
one.
why you like
Buy one, get one free at Publix right now. Yeah. I might leave here and go get it now that we're talking about it.
Only the reason is because of Jimmy Fallon and it's on sale.
No, I mean it's delicious. It's the best ice cream.
It?
It's there's like it's vanilla ice cream based with like gobs of peanut butter.
Yum.
Gobs of like cookies. It's like everything that you want in ice cream.
That sounds
just
amazing.
Packed into one little pint.
Okay.
But I force myself not to eat the whole pint, so I have to I have to get it portioned out.
You cut yourself off, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a child.
Yes.
And I can't
stop.
that too. And
yeah.
Megan's like, here you go, you get this amount tonight.
Right.
And then I just pout for the rest of it.
You can get one of those things that they sell, the lock, that you can like, they sell that. Ben & Jerry's does.
I have no self-discipline.
There's like a lock where you can put a code in and you can't open the...
I'll straight up break the lock.
People will just turn it over and cut open the bottom of it.
Yeah, like I have a gun, so I'll just straight up like...
shoot it open.
I'll just shoot it open and like if you want to try it.
Desperate times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know.
If you want to see me angry, take away my ice cream.
Oh boy, guys, don't take away his ice cream. Oh my gosh, I'm just picturing you shooting open a thing of ice cream and just like ravenously eating it.
The Tonight Dough. I don't get a cut of the Tonight Dough, by the way. This is not like a marketing thing for
this whole thing is just a marketing thing for everybody. Oh my god. All right, well I think we've gotten to the end. Anything else you would like to add, Matt?
No.
What do you want the people to know? Anything? Any inspirational words?
Oh god. No, I don't have any.
Clean.
Yeah, no. I'm doing so good. I'm doing good so far.
You're
I
doing a great
haven't
job.
got kicked out of your podcast.
You did awesome.
Hopefully, I won't be fired tomorrow.
No.
So,
no, same. So, thank you for joining me this time.
Thanks for having me.
I will.
This was my first ever podcast experience, so
nobody would have known that. You did a great job.
I just watch a lot of Joe Rogan, so
Spotify
listen. Will now sponsor your podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're crushing.
Everyone, look out for me. I'm going to be sponsored by all those classic ones, like whatever.
When does this air, by the way? I would like to listen to myself for the last 20 minutes.
Soon. This is timely to talk about live on this podcast right now.
I'm sorry. I'm just making sure that it gets aired.
We'll discuss it
now
off
you
air,
have
okay?
now you have to air it.
It'll be out there, okay? Everybody, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.